Hello, Northwood baseball fans. Jake Riepma back with you, getting you ready for opening day, which is just a few short days away. The Northwood Timberwolves hit the road and head south to Tennessee to take on Milligan, followed by Carson Newman. I'm joined now by utility player, senior Connor Foley. And Connor, first and foremost, thanks for taking some time with us today.
No problem.
And Connor, you look at the stats from a year ago, you hit .338, you had a really impressive season. Now you're in your senior role, a little bit more of a leadership role. What are your expectations for this whole season?
For the season, I hope that we can play a little bit better than last year. Our expectations were high, and they are high again this year, just like most teams. But I think we're a little closer this year, and that was the missing piece maybe. And I think we can exceed farther than what we think.
In terms of opening day, I mean, this has got to be the earliest you've ever played a baseball game in your career for at this level. I mean, what is it like to have to hit the road in the middle of February to head south to Tennessee and then in March to Florida?
It's really hard for us, especially as a northern team. I mean, they've already had 6 games, 7 games, and we're just going down there. We've been inside the whole time. But I'm glad we're getting out of here sooner. Just gotta get on the field, but it's hard, but we can see what we can do out of it.
Yeah, days like today might not be too bad, but the field clearly not ready for action to be played here at Northwood. Connor, as we now look ahead to some of the GLIAC teams, Grand Valley picked to finish first. Ashland and Wayne State are also tough teams. Really, this entire conference, you could make the case that they're some very strong teams. What does the coaching staff tell you guys about playing in this conference, and what's kind of your approach as you head into conference season?
Well, from top to bottom, anyone can beat anyone. With our conference, it's basically the same across the board with a little bit more power up top, obviously. But anyone can win. We could win 3 games against a team, and then the next series we could lose all 3 against another team. It's just very competitive, top to bottom.
And we'll transition into talking about you individually. For those that don't know, Connor Foley, you've got quite the stylish sock game, I understand. And for as far as baseball, that's a sport you can really show off the socks. Are you going to be wearing some of your crazy socks, or do you stick more to the uniform?
I usually stick more to the uniform. That's what worked for me in the past, and I'm all about superstition because I'm a baseball player. But who knows? Maybe if there's a slump there, I can break out some socks.
And part of being superstitious, I imagine you have a lot of pregame rituals. What are some of those?
I always get my wrist taped by the trainer every time. And other than that, it's just routine. I don't even know. It's just the same thing every time.
A creature of habit.
Yeah.
The Northwood Timberwolves take on Carson Newman and Milligan here coming up this weekend. Connor Foley, as always, thank you for taking the time and look forward to watching you play this season.
Thanks. I appreciate it.